Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From Pacific Palisades, California, our opening round coverage of the Genesis Invitational is set to begin. Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Catalan, alongside 2002 PGA champion Rich Beem. Luke Elvy with us as well, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. And Rich, we're set up for a great week here at Riviera Country Club. The stars will be out. What makes this place so special?
Andrew, this is probably my favorite golf course on tour by a long shot. Does it get any better than this? For me, it doesn't. I think it's just a mixture of the holes. You have an easy par 5 to start off with, and you got a brutish par 4 right after that. It gives and it takes. But at the end of the day, you just cannot wait to play it, no matter how good you play or how poorly you play, because it's so much fun being out there. You kind of sometimes get lost that, I'm not playing that great, but man, I feel like I'm in heaven right now. It's great.
Let's get down to the first hole. This one appears to be fairway bound. Time for the second shot on the first hole.
Oh, just drifting in there with a little bit of fade on it. Lovely.
Gonna really have to hit this one. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
This one's going to move quite significantly right to left.
Well, that one was a bit firm.
Yeah, that can happen on these greens. They're tricky at times.
Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. Let's check in with Henny.
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
Oh, this looks good early. That looked good all the way. Here's the tap in for par. That is a bitter pill to swallow. He 3 putts for par.
That's a rock solid par right there.
As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. Teeing off on the par 4 second. I like the looks of this. This looks like a 190-yard shot. This one is absolutely hunting. There was a game plan there, and that approach was executed nicely.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
And now a 6-footer is left.
He's got this one for birdie.
And a good job there as he moves to 1 under for the championship. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
That's a pretty good shot right there. Wow, that was almost a hole out. A tap in left for birdie. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he has broken the tie and has the outright lead. On the tee on the 4th hole.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no. Players on other side of the golf course making some noise.
Let's see what Collin Morikawa has done today.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he? Gotta say, I did not see that shot coming. Well done.
We're back. Time to have more live play. An opportunity to get to 3 under. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
So close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Moving along. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Let's see, will it hold the fairway?
Okay, this one's going to probably just catch the first cut, I think. Well, he made an explosive start to his professional career, put a couple of majors already in the kit bag. He's clean cut, he's fresh, he flushes his irons. There's a lot to like about Collin Morikawa, isn't there?
There is. I mean, straight out of college, winning early before he even had his PGA Tour card. And you're like, you know what? This guy's got some game. And then as we quickly found out, major championships later, he's got a lot of game. And, you know, it looks like he's, I wouldn't say robotic, because that's not the right word. He's tenacious in what he does, but it looks the same the entire time. But inside, his gears are working. He's really out there hitting different shots, different targets, working the ball, usually left to right, a 5-yard or a 6-yard. I mean, he's that exacting. He's one of those players you look at and you're going, no, I don't want to play with him. No, don't put him near the lead with me. No, stop that.
Now leading by 1 shot. The par 3/6 is unique in the fact that there's a bunker that sits right in the centre of the green here, Rich. These days, a modern architect would probably be shot for designing a hole like this, but we look at it as a masterpiece.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Not a bad play, that one. $19 feet to the cup. And he's down there. You got to read?
Gently does it. It's downhill, breaking off to the right-hand side here.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that hole.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Just off the fairway, and what a beautiful shot. This putt to move to 3 under par. Henny, how tricky is this one?
Okay, so this one, it should move left and then come back to the right-hand side.
Too much power on that putt. Here's the 4th shot. Wow, I give that a 9 out of 10. That's a bogey on the scorecard, and you don't want to give the rest of the field any hope. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 4. That is a massive drive. This is about a 120-yard shot and just 1 shot back.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. Wouldn't it be nice if this one went down? Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
This putt was looking like a pretty hard break to the left.
This one on a good line. Getting better. Oh, so close. A par putt tap in. Here's a look at the way things stand. He is currently in the tie for 3rd place. Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
For more, we send it down to John.
Hello, Andrew. Down here checking out Rose Zhang as she gets set for her next shot here on the 2nd.
Oh, this looks brilliant. And that is a wonderful bunker shot.
Sitting at 1 under. That's another green in regulation.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
And this putt to move into a tie for 1st place. Not sure if that was a misread, but it comes up short. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
While we have a moment, we want to show you the updated leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 3rd.
Nice. This one hit the fast lane.
Okay, that'll play. John has the latest from the grounds.
Hey guys, I'm down here checking out Rose Zhang as she gets set for her next shot here on the third.
Oh, what an outcome this is going to be. Oh, almost went in.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. Sitting at 1 under. That's a really nice shot from 10 feet away. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Looks like this one's going left to right.
Right on line, but just misses. This putt is for par. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. Let's take a look at the leaderboard, and Rory McIlroy at the top, leading by 1.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
This putt for top spot on the leaderboard. So close. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
And that putt will drop. Well done. Moving to the next hole, and they're currently tied for the lead with Rory McIlroy.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Tony Finau steadying himself over the ball. Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. This shot is about 140 yards out. This would be a great up and down. Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Lining up from the sand now. How close was that to going in? Yeah, good mid-range putt this one, a 16-footer. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Well, we're hearing some excitement elsewhere on the course.
absolutely tattooed that drive.
Let's head over to the 11th. Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. One stroke off the lead. Well, this is right down the pipe. That's outstanding. That'll help make a big move. Okay, let's get back to the action. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
That's tiny. This would be a good putt to make, to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. That's a well-played hole, but in the end, just tap it in for a par. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Sitting at 1 over for the day. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Going with the 7. Yep, that shot safely on the green. This putt is about 17 feet long.
A really good look at birdie.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Well, I think this one's going to be going left to right.
Remember the old adage, never up, never in.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And this is becoming a familiar sight. Colin Morikawa leads.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage. Oh, just leaking ever so slightly. Awesome.
Might be too much club here. That's a good one to build momentum on. I'm being told John has more. John, what can you tell us?
Well, guys, I'm down here on the 6th as Tony Finau gets ready for his next shot. Oh, my. Are we going to see this go?
And there it goes from the sand.
Time to get back to the course. This one would be from downtown. This putt on a good line. All right, not bad from there.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Okay, on to the next. He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole. Here's the par 3 16th hole.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. This putt for even par. Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I've got it going left to right.
Oh, that birdie would have been a big boost to the card. He gets that one to drop. That's the 4th birdie of the day. As we move on to the next hole, Collin Morikawa sits atop the leaderboard. Time for the tee shot at the par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
I think this one will find the fairway quite easily. Here's the second on 17. On the green in 2. How about that?
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
All right, John, what do you have for us?
Hello, Andrew. I'm down here with Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th. This one's looking pretty good for coming out of that sand.
That one just slides by.
Well, can you even see the hole from there? Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Oh man, this is tough. It's a double breaker that goes right and then comes back left.
Tremendous lag putt. This putt to move into the top 10. Back-to-back birdies. Things are heating up.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Getting set for the next hole. A quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-shot advantage for our leader. Out to the 18th tee.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole. Drawing it in there beautifully.
That was the right club. Now a good look at the hole. This is a putt to move into the top 5. Hennie is greenside.
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Now starting to turn right. Man, that was close. 3 feet to the cup.
This is no gimme, guys. There's a lot of right to left here still.
He finishes with par on 18. So we'll call it a day and take a last look at the leaderboard. Collin Morikawa is at the top. We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon. Two-K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our coverage of the Genesis Invitational continues. It's the second round coming your way. I'm Andrew Catalan, glad to have you back with us. 5 under is the score to beat as things get underway on 2K Sports. Let's go out to the first hole. I think he likes that one. Second shot here on the first. Could it be? That is nice and tight. Tap in eagles. Those are nice. As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard, and he is in a tie for fourth. Let's go out to the par 4 second.
Feeling awfully good coming off an eagle at the last.
This tee shot is looking good so far. Well, he misses the green. That's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
This is his fourth. That's really a beautiful chip shot. Needs this one for bogey.
It's a short putt, but it will be moving to the right.
Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole. As we move on to the next, he drops to 2 under for the tournament. Now to the tee of the par 4 third hole. I like that one.
John, what's going on out there?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 7th hole.
Oh, she's put a pure stroke on this. It's tracking towards the cup.
All right, let's get back to the action. Rich, you look at Lydia Ko. If she's not a star already, she will be one day.
Well, she came on to the scene just in such a massive, dynamic way. Had a little low time in her career, but right now back in the swing of things and looking sharp as ever. That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
This looks right at the pin. Really well done.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
This putt left for birdie. Bogey, birdie. That's the way you turn things around. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here on 4.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
And still no putter in the hand.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Let's see if he can save par. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This one looks like it will start straight and then move to the right.
Oh, I thought that was going down. This putt from 3 feet away.
Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. How close was that to going down?
Before we go back to live play, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead.
Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
This one caught a good little bounce off that downslope. Could chase out a little more.
Attaboy. Good shot. And now we go to the 9th. And this happened a moment ago.
Third shot now.
That is perfectly played by Lydia Ko. Nearly got it to drop. Let's return to live play now. Playing from around 150 yards here. 4 shots behind our leader.
Wonderfully played, fought against the wind.
And now this to move into a tie for 5th. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 6th is a par 3. Opting for the 5-iron.
Going with less club.
He's setting up for his second shot. 3 shots off the lead. A few shots under par at the moment. That's it. Time's up. Move to the next hole. We've got to keep our pace of play. And that's a little disappointing. Dropping some spots on the leaderboard.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front.
Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
He's coming out of the rough here, and I don't think that's going to be enough.
Tough one to dial in.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Here's a par putt. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about the putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Oh, and he won't walk away with a par. All right, let's walk away with a bogey here. And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. Over to number 8, it's a par 4. Not a bad result right there. Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Henny, how tricky is this one?
This is going to turn ever so slightly to the right. This really looks good.
And now within one shot of the projected cut. Teeing off here at the 9th.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Time now to go down to the course, and John has an update.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 6th.
Okay, here we are again, back live. And about 110 yards left to the hole.
Drawing it in there beautifully.
Straight at it.
That's a great position to be in after that approach.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Ooh, that was close. This putt from 4 feet.
This for par.
Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par. start the back nine with a par 4.
Needs a couple of birdies on this back nine if he has any hopes of making the cut.
Henny, this one is in the bunker. How bad is it?
I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting this one out of the bunker, Andrew. It's pretty deep.
Okay, now looking at this putt to save par. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
This has got loads of movement right to left, this one.
He gets that one to drop.
Looking at a par 5 here.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th. This lie's not great.
It's going to be challenging to replicate the birdie from yesterday.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot. Big putt for par coming up.
It's a short putt, but it does move to the right.
Job done. Let's head to the next. And now at +4 for the event. Now on the tee of a long par 4.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
Come on, get a good bounce to the left.
Four against the wind to stick that one.
8 feet to the cup.
This is for birdie.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The 13th hole is a par 4.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Playing this shot from 120 yards. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. On the tee here, the par 3 14th.
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That's always an impressive looking ball flight, isn't it, the draw? That one just missing the fairway, but not a bad outcome. Our coverage continues at the last.
We're setting up here around 145 to the pin.
Oh, that is brilliant. Look at this one. Wow, what a shot. Standing over his second shot. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole.
A par 4 here.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
The second at 15. This is a 5-iron. A birdie would look really nice on the scorecard. Henny, what more can you tell us?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
John, give us a read on this putt.
This putt's going up the hill. I think it's going to turn left to right.
A lot of ground to cover with this putt. Oh, almost. A 3-footer coming up. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. We're on the tee at 16.
Double bogey at the last. Ouch, that'll leave a mark.
This is a 9-iron on the way. What a beautiful leave right there. Now this putt for birdie.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That one comes up short. And just to finish off the par. Well, after an approach shot like that, Rich, that feels like a wasted opportunity. Teeing off now on this par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
And we're looking at the second shot on 17. Now let's have a look at Colin Morikawa from earlier.
Lining up for his third now.
We're back. Time to have more live play. This is his third. A 3-foot putt.
This putt still needs a lot of attention. There's a lot of break on it.
He makes the putt. That's birdie number 6 today. After that hole, our featured player is making a move. We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
Looking at my yardage book, it looks like about 140 yards remain.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. That's a wonderfully played chip shot. That putt goes in, but unfortunately our featured player is currently below the cut line. There are still players on the course, but it does not look good for the weekend. Well, Beamer, pack up your stuff. Our featured player is headed home.
Now the next question is aisle or window. I'm telling you, it's a terrible feeling missing the cut. But you learn from all the mistakes you made, you move on, and hopefully forget about it or fix the problems before you tee it up next time.
Well, that's it for today. On behalf of Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire crew here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long. We'll see you next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Strap yourself in because we're about to get started for this wonderful tournament. Let's go. I'm Luke Elvey alongside my great mate Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course bringing you all the shots, all the colour, all the action are Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. We're thrilled to kick off this week's coverage on 2K Sports. Can't wait to see how this event plays out. We head down to the first hole. Before we get into all of today's drama, let's check in with Henny Koyak, as there's some word developing that our featured player has formed a rivalry with Max Homa. Gee, that's brave of them.
It is brave indeed, Luke, because Max Homa may appear all friendly and sweet, but he loves to win. And I just wouldn't want to be going up against him, let alone in a rivalry. It's going to be so tough out there today.
Thanks, Henny. Let's see who roasts who out there today as our featured player takes on Max Homa, who's always clever with a quip of his own. This is his second shot. Yeah, that was a safe play. John, have you got a good read on this one?
It looks like this one will move left to right.
Ooh, nice stroke.
Getting better.
Yes, sir. Sitting at 1 under after that hole. The second hole at player Sayona Rich. Less than 500 yards, but is a par 5.
Par 5 that meanders from right to left, just a bunker down the left-hand side you have to think about. Other than that, it's a pretty generous landing area. Second shot, green sits above you just a little bit. 2 bunkers on the right-hand side. The bailout's going to be to the left, sitting below you. All in all, though, a very generous par 5.
Well, that may have come out a little heavy. Well, let's take a look at what Max Homa can deliver here. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Always nice to have a birdie putt. And the putt drops, and we're moving on.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Currently 2 under for the day. The third hole at player Sayona is just a picturesque par 3.
Yes, water down the right-hand side will certainly come into play. Bunker front left and long left also could see some action. This is a beautiful, picturesque, but difficult par 3.
always loves the high draw. What an impressive shape. Opting for the 9-iron.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
This putt is about 8 feet.
This for a birdie.
And that performance will now take him to 3 under par.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 4th hole at Playa Sayona is a short par 4, but there's so many different ways it could go wrong for you.
Longer hitters in the game are certainly going to be tempted to go ahead and give her a whirl, but there's a lot of trouble both left and right with water and bunkers. So lay up just a little bit shy of this green, have just a short wedge for your second, but you got to be spot on. This green has got all kinds of movement to it.
Let's catch up with Max Homa. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Time for the second shot here at the 4th. That one almost went in the hole. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
I haven't seen a putting display like this since I was 5 years old.
He's currently sitting in 1st place. Well, as short as the par 4 4th is, Rich, the 5th makes up for it and then some.
Luke, I believe the name of this hole is Diablo Feo, the ugly devil, because this thing is dastardly. It's ghastly. Bunkers down the right-hand side off the tee, water all the way down the left-hand side, the entire length of the hole. I wish I knew exactly the best way to play this hole. I don't, but I do know that 5 is a pretty good score.
Come on, get down. Wonderfully played. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. This one's come off the blade pretty nicely. Good speed about it. Look at this.
Looking to knock it in. You rotten thing.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Put a good stroke on this one.
Going to get it really close.
Yes, what a putt. Currently in 1st position. Well, the 6th tee shot here really requires a beauty.
Well, that bunker right in the center of the fairway, you aim it right at it, Luke, and either you push your tee shot or pull it to avoid it. That's the best way of attacking that. From there, you've got a green in the distance that's got a couple bunkers well shy of it. They're there for aesthetics only, but a green that is hourglass in shape and just gentle movement all around.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. This is his 2nd shot. Yeah, this is the stuff we love. Getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
John, have you got a read on this one?
This putt will be breaking hard to the right.
Oh, he's going to like the look of this. That's a good outcome. This one's for birdie.
There is a significant amount of right to left on this putt.
And as we look at the leaderboard, he now has a 3-shot advantage. And as we get to the 7th at Playa Sayona, all the drama happens at the completion of the hole.
It does. You want to challenge that fairway bunker as best you can with a long iron fairway metal hybrid. You want to be as close to this green as you can off the tee because it's an island green with danger everywhere. You don't want to come into this green with much more than a wedge in your hand.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
And from long range here.
Great speed.
Oh, you did not.
Just a short putt remaining here. And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. The 8th hole, Rich, a spectacular par 4 here at Playa Sayona.
Great tee shot here at the par 4 8th. Bunkers left, bunkers right. And you got a green in the distance. It's also surrounded by bunkers left and right and a waste area deep of this green. This is a beautiful setting on a beautiful golf course. Great hole.
Oh, well played. Sitting at 6 under for the day. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That's a lovely looking stroke. Tracking. Oh, that's so cruel. And if this can go down, he'll save par. And that moves them to -6 for the tournament. The final hole of the front 9 at Playa Sayona requires a very long and well-carried drive.
Yeah, we've got waste area down the right-hand side, water in the distance. Driver probably not required off this shortish par 4. Second shot carries a water feature to a green just sitting there in the distance. Very receptive. You're thinking birdie all day long.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That won't get a good lie, I'm sure. Not far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is to save par.
And as we make the turn, Rich, he's playing very nicely out in front.
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today. Lots of golf yet to be played. Looking forward to watching it.
Well, as we make the turn at Playa Sayona, we get straight back into it with a pretty strong par 4.
Yes, what a tee shot indeed, going right back into the ocean. Just a very picturesque hole, soaking it all in. Sometimes you can get lost in the beauty of how difficult this hole can be. Some runoff areas both left and right. A challenging second shot to find the green.
Oh, that was mashed. Sitting at 6 under. Oh, just snuck over the edge there. "11 feet to the cup."
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
John, what's the line on this putt?
This one's going left to right.
Oh, just missing the birdie there. And that should secure the par on this one. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 11th hole at Playa Sayona perhaps requires less than driver off the tee.
Yeah, you got to take driver out of your hands there. You don't want to hit it too long left in the water or catch a fairway bunker down the right-hand side. The difficulty about this second shot, it's got an infinite edge look to it in the distance. It's hard to gauge how far that golf shot really is playing because it looks so much closer than what it really is.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Nothing as beautiful as a tiny fade.
So I might need to sit.
That dog will hunt.
This putt to get to 7 under the card. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, guys, it's about 22 feet to go here.
That's disappointing. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 12th hole is one of 3 par 3s on the inward half.
It's just another unbelievably beautiful hole on a golf course full of them. Just a couple of bunkers on the right-hand side you have to be mindful, but don't get sucked in the beauty of the ocean on the left-hand side, which is very difficult to do. Enjoy this hole. It is a beauty.
That's his preferred ball flight. There's the draw.
Going for less club here. The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Ooh. Putting for par. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. Over to 13, and the peninsula of this pleasant golf course comes into play.
You would love to just sit up here and stripe it right at this green, but you should know better not to. Bail out to the left-hand side. Leave yourself with a pretty simple pitch and run to a tiny green. It's just surrounded by the most beautiful setting you could ever imagine.
Nicely done. His second shot here. Nicely done. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The 14th hole at Playa Sayona is just another beauty. You've got a little beach and peninsula look, but this par 3 requires a fantastic golf shot.
Everything about this golf course is beautiful, but it's got teeth everywhere you look. You can get sucked in by the beauty, but if you do, you're going to make a large number on this tiny par 3.
That was a beauty.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Choosing the 9-iron here. That's inside the house of opportunity. Chance to move to 8 under here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And he moves to 8 under now. He's currently in first place. The 15th at Playa Sayona is the final par 5 on the golf course.
That waist area down the left-hand side is going to see a lot of action as players do not want to make the mistake of hitting it in the ocean to the right. A layup from there into a very small section of fairway leaves a third shot to another green and an outcrop of rocks on the ocean. Another stunner.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Playing from around 230 yards.
All right, bold. I like this play.
Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. This putt to get to double digits under the card. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Well, how good's that for the eagle? Well, this is an impressive display by our leader, now out by 6 shots over the field. The finishing stretch here at Playa Sayona starts here with the par 4 16th.
And we've got a couple of fairway bunkers down the right-hand side. So miss those to the left-hand side, and you will hit your second shot into an island, quote-unquote, green. Not surrounded by water, but surrounded by sand. This is a challenging par 4. But should be able to avoid any large numbers.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Okay, that'll work. 13 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to break to the right.
That's the cardinal sin, leaving it short in the heart. A par putt awaits. And down it goes. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. We get on the tee at 17, Rich. This is a hole you really want to make sure you position your ball properly.
Only the long hitters will be able to carry that bunker waist area on the right-hand side. Players bailing it out to the left off the tee do have the opportunity to kind of hit a low little chasing shot into this green if they so desire, but it's a difficult second shot no matter how you look at it.
He's setting up for his second shot. Time to check in with Max Homa. What's he got in store for us here? Let's catch up with the current proceedings. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
You know, I've been prowling around. It's definitely uphill and moving to the right-hand side.
Well, this one's come out on a good line. This is on the tracks. That's one of those putts that you're proud of, even if it doesn't drop. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Holding steady in first place after that one. And as you step on the 18th tee at Players Sayona, you're left with the unique challenge of a par 3 to finish.
And what a wonderful way to finish. Again, just a picturesque par 3. Water left, so the bunker and the waist area on the right is going to see a lot of action. Players will be delighted to walk off this par 3 with a par 3.
Sitting at -9 for the day.
Starting this one to the left, and let's see if it comes back.
4 feet to the cup. A round now in the books. Good luck next time. That's a nice way to start this tournament, opening up with the first round lead.
Absolutely it is. You always want to see your name up on top of that leaderboard no matter which round you're in. After the first round, though, so far, so good.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Bean, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.